first WPIAL title for Shady side. How does it feel?
I mean, it feels amazing, man. Doing it with these girls, it's everything we've been working for.
We worked so hard for this moment, and this is the results.
Yeah, and last year we were so close, and I know that this whole season has been about trying to get back into this position that we just worked so hard for, so we're all so excited.
Against the team in Avonworth you guys lost to last year in the semis, and then to come in, they're the reigning champs. I mean, what does that mean to get down a team like that?
You know what? We just worked double the times hard, and we got our get back.
Don't put that out.
We just tried to treat it like it was just like a regular game. Just since we had so many games this season, we tried to just not put too much pressure on ourselves and just do what we could to win.
Yeah, we focused on playing together and just having fun and playing basketball. I mean, that's all you can do.
After last year ended, I'm curious how long it took to kind of reset and start looking forward to this season.
What was the question again? Sorry.
After last season ended the way it did against them, how long did it take for you to kind of think about what could be this season?
Probably right after that loss in the semifinals. I mean, I guess that's all I know.
I would say personally, as soon as we got into the locker room after that game and just looking at the look on everyone's faces, I know it just gave me the motivation to try to work even harder next season to get back there.
A really big game for Maggie, of course, tonight. Went and took over the game there in the third quarter. How good was she tonight?
You want me to talk on that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, Maggie, they can hear me, right? You can hear me. Yeah, thanks. Maggie came up big. You know, I mean, Maggie seems to have a nose for the ball wherever it's at. Like there were a couple of loose ball. I thought she just found it, and then she's strong going to the hoop and getting fouled. You know, I mean, a couple times, you know, she made some plays that she was really sacrificing herself. She flew out of bounds. I'm sure she's going to feel pretty sore tomorrow. But this, to me, Maggie is all about big moments. So she just did what she usually does for us today.
That big fall came right at the beginning of that run in the third quarter. What happened there, and just how were you able to bounce back so quickly?
You know what? I wanted to put the layup in so badly. I was just going as hard as I could, and then I didn't realize that I was off the court, and the rod hit me in the stomach and knocked the wind out of me. But I'm all good. All good.
It's probably a little sore in the morning, maybe.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
No pain with a gold medal, though.
Right.
Maggie, have you ever scored 24 points in the second half of a game or a championship game before?
You know what? Probably not. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not know that I had 31 points until the guy from KDK told me. I was just playing the game.
I didn't know that either, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought my
my
teammates did an amazing job finding me, and they also came in huge clutch, and they helped me win.
Yeah, you had 31, but on 16 shots too, so Johnny, you'll take that efficiency right every day.
Well, I think that's why I wasn't aware of the fact that she had 31, because that's super efficient. And you know, when you play a team like Avonworth, they're so good defensively. Points were hard to come by. I mean, I think for both teams. And you know, Maggie took advantage of the openings when she had them, and clearly was very efficient. You know, when she could lose somebody, or you know, shake somebody off of her, or get a steal, get out in transition. So again, I know it sounds weird, but to me it was a quiet 31, if there's such a thing.
I agree.
It was quiet.
I agree.
And Johnny, you made it look awfully easy out there on you. I mean, it just looked like you could score at will.
Yeah, I mean, I did give it my all. My teammates gave it their all, and I feel like we worked for this moment, so we earned it for sure.
I think probably coming into the game, they had the better scoring defense, but your defense was very, very good tonight. What kind of made you guys so effective? And did you guys kind of attack them the same way as you did last year when you played in the semifinals?
I would say no.
Definitely not.
That's a hard no. But I think, you know, I mean, listen, they're a year better and more mature, and so are we. You know, I mean, last year, these two guys, I mean, all three were freshmen, and Cassie didn't play a ton of minutes in that game. She, you know, her older sister was playing more minutes at the time Kate graduated. So I just think overall we've become a better defensive team, and I think that comes with experience and age. Especially in high school, you know, when you come in as a freshman, defense is always the hardest part, I feel like, for kids to learn, because these kids could score, but playing defense was kind of difficult, and we still did okay last year, but I think we struggled to score that game. And today, you know, it was sort of like a blow for blow kind of game, and I just I mean, coming into the game, my thought process was I want to hang around them. I want to hang around so that like we're there in the fourth quarter with them, because I know that they've been really running it up, you know, on some teams because they're so talented and well coached and all of that. So I thought if we could hang around, we'd have a chance at the end, and that's really what we did. I mean, it was very close the whole entire game. Maybe that little bit of run in the third quarter kind of separated us a little bit. Fortunately, you know, we were able to hold on and score just enough to keep them at bay, because you could tell like they weren't going to go away.
How tough does it make it though, do you think, for other teams to try to catch up late in the fourth when you have a double-digit lead with two guards that can handle the ball as well as they can?
Yeah, I mean, we're blessed with that. I mean, these two guys can really, they can handle the ball with the best of them. And I mean, Karis, I mean, I think, you know, I think definitely is somebody that doesn't probably get enough recognition for the fact that, you know, she runs us, you know what I mean? And she has the knack of like dribbling around and pulling it back out, and bursting into speed when she needs to, or controlling it when she needs to. So I think it's difficult. I do think it's difficult to come back if we have a lead in the fourth quarter, just because we're able to spread the floor and we have good ball handling guards.
And I just wanted to ask each of you individually if you could speak real quick on how much as players have you each developed and evolved from last year to where you are now sitting here with these gold medals around your necks?
I think last year my defense, you know, it really wasn't there like as it needed to be. But this year we really worked hard, and especially me, I worked hard on my defense, you know, on the court and outside of practice and stuff. So I think my defense is definitely getting better.
I just like worked really hard in the off season, getting myself in shape, and I've been focusing on having a good attitude and just giving it my all every game that I go out to have.
I think that my confidence with the ball has improved since last season, and just like not really doubting myself, because anytime that I get in my head, that's when I'm like I tend to have a bad game. So just like I've learned to just kind of like prioritize just like playing the game that I've always played, and not like worrying about like all the little things. If I miss a layup here or there, just like getting back to the next play, and just like working hard to like make up for it in other ways.
Cassie, just for you, I know you wish Kate would have been here too to win it, like all three of you, but to win this alongside your sister Charlotte in her senior year too, what does that mean for you and your family?
It's an amazing feeling. I was just texting Kate last night, and I was like, I'm going to be playing for you tomorrow, because I know she was watching it up in Princeton, and she was really, really excited for the entire team, and she wanted to come back, but she couldn't. But I know playing with Charlotte, it's just she always is, she'll be fouling me underneath, just like getting me ready for the next game, and she's like always, she's one of my #1 competitors, but I know she's always there for me, and I mean, it's just amazing getting to play with her and knowing that she's like always there for me, and I know this will definitely be a memory we'll cherish for a really long time.
Just one question for Karis. You have a lot of family members that have won WPIAL titles. To win one yourself, how does it feel?
It feels amazing, man. I'm just really happy to be in this position. I couldn't have done it without my teammates, all the coaches and stuff, and I'm just blessed to be in this position.
And now she has something to talk about with them at Thanksgiving.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
For you, sorry, real quick, this is your second title, of course, but you talked about how much you really wanted to win the first one for the school and the first one for the girls. So how does this feel 11 years later since your first title?
Well, you know, I think when you win one, you're just never sure if you're ever going to, you know, when you play here, you're never sure if you're going to get back here. You don't know. And certainly I've come up short several times, and to win one, you know, at a different school, and for it to be the first and only, you know, one that they've ever won is special. And because, and you know, it's really special because what it does is it connects us, all of us on this team, forever. You know, I think it's just something that you can always, like, same thing with the group I won with before, you know, like we're connected by that. We reach out and we say, hey, 10 years ago, you know, where were you? And stuff like that. So it's just, it's something that we're always going to have, and it's something that is always going to be in the annals of Shadyside history, and we all think it's pretty cool.
You kind of touched on it earlier, but your group's led by 3 sophomores. The big jump you guys made from last year to this point, what's it say about the group of girls you got, and how good can you guys be in 2 years, say?
Well, there's the trick question, right? You know, I mean, because we're so happy that they're young, you know, and for us to, you know, win this district title this year, it might have been, you know, in my head I was thinking, well, you know what, we're young. If we don't get it, maybe we'll be back. But like I said, you never know when you're going to be back. And also when you win, more people more and more people, right, are gunning for you, and they're preparing for you, and there's certainly no sneaking up on anybody anymore, and everybody knows about these 3 good sophomores that I have. Plus I have a freshman that started today too, so we are young still, and I think the sky's the limit for us, but we aren't gonna ever get anything easily. You know, we're gonna have to earn it all, and they're gonna have to work hard just like they have been in the off season, and that will really determine how good they can be.
Well, it was a new experience for your girls, but considering you have Cameron on your team, was she able to kind of maybe show you guys around? Or what?
Yeah. It was a cool experience.
Well, I'd like to comment on the fact that I think we had the smallest locker room here.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I don't think that.
It was like a
Cameron,
closet. It was a closet.
There definitely was no favoritism. I just want that out there, which is a joke, really. But yeah, I mean, Cam felt quite at home. It was good because you know she's a great kid.
And just one more thing, John. I mean, was an off season filled with uncertainty for you? You didn't know if you'd be even coaching this team this year. You know, to go from that to winning the title. I mean,
I'm just gonna say that you know it's a really sweet feeling. I just want the focus to be on these kids and nothing else. You know that had to do with me, but I'm just so happy to be here for this ride with them.
Think this team has a chance to go far in the state tournament now, or what?
You never know. I mean, I do. Well, they look at them. Yeah, of course, I think that we can. You know, I mean, this is something that you have to fight against sometimes. When you win a championship, now my job is to keep these guys motivated to keep going. You know, and to want to win some more basketball games. I think that's always a challenge with the state tournament because of the time off that you get kind of from your district playoffs. And things start going, spring's coming, and all these things happen. So it's my job to keep them focused. But that's one thing with this group. I will give them that they have responded to everything that we've kind of given them and said, where you have to be focused, and you have to, and you have to, and you have to. So I think after a couple days off and wearing the medals around for the weekend, I think that they'll be ready to come back and maybe try to go after another one. Why not, right? Mm-hmm. We'll try.
Sure.
Congrats.